What's up, everybody? Welcome to the FOMO Factory. Today I would like to discuss the possibility of Bitcoin going a lot lower, maybe even towards 20k. Why do I think that? Let's take a look at the charts right here, because it is, of course, a pullback right now, which was kind of expected, but what can we expect in the coming days, weeks? Let's take a look at that. So, welcome to the FOMO Factory. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't turned on the bell notification. Smack that like button and let's get right into it. Got a new studio, by the way. Yay. Coming videos, you won't be seeing me like this, by the way. These are pre-recorded. I'm being away this weekend. Got some cool videos coming up. Now, let's take a look at the market today, because this is, for the bulls, it's not nice. For the bears, it's good. Bitcoin came down from 31k to, well, slightly below 28 at the moment of recording. And why do I think that we might be going a lot lower? Well, 20k is maybe a little too low, but the levels that I'm looking for are these moving average. We have the 50, 100 and the 200 weighted moving average. And these are very important key levels to, keep an eye out on. Why do I say that? Well, for the first time since March, we went above the, what was this, the 50 weighted moving average, as you can see right here, this yellow line. And once we got above it, we really were flying. And now we are breaking to the downside. Now, this is on the daily chart. The day has just begun. So if we close the day well around or above 28.2, then this whole video is invalid. Okay, so please keep that in mind though. However, if we will close around a level where we are right now or even lower, then I think Bitcoin might bleed a lot more. Let's go a little back in history to see how that works exactly. Here you see we were under, at the end of 2022, we were under the 50 weighted moving average, and it was a big rejection all the time. Basically, we had one fake out, got rejected by the 100 weighted moving average, came back down, and it was more and more resistance all the time. Once we finally broke it here in January 2013, that's also exactly where Bitcoin flipped bullish, right? Because we broke a lot of key levels right there, and one of those was that 50 weighted moving average. You see, we broke it right here. We came all the way up from 16k to 24k. We came down, but we found support at that 50 weighted moving average, right? Once we had some good tested, sorry, I had to pause the video, sorry for the glitch. Once we tested it as support, we came back up again, came back down, tested it as support, broke it for a while, but we found support for a short while on the 100 weighted moving average. And once we broke that, you can see we went all the way down to the 200 weighted moving average. Therefore, these moving averages are so important, because you can of course mess around with horizontals and diagonal lines, and definitely that works, but these moving averages are very important key levels. Now, you see that once we got back up again, finally in the second week of March, we were on our second big run of this year. Now, for the first time since then, we broke below that again. Right now, what could that mean? Well, it could mean that we do something like this, where we went below it, but got back above it, went below it, above it, and that we were flirting with that level and, basically holding it as support. However, it could also mean, of course, that we will do something like this, that we definitely break it, and that our first next support level will be the 100 weighted moving average. And even if we break that, it could be the 200. Now, where are these levels sitting? The 100 is currently sitting at 26,000, and we have seen crazier things, but I don't expect us going down there in a single day. Although it's not that far from where we are right now, so it is definitely possible. But it could play out over the next coming days, right? And if that happens, then this moving average will be a little higher probably. So it could be that we will find support at 26.5, give or take, maybe, right? That's something that you have to keep your eye out for. However, let's go a little worst case scenario. If we do not hold that level, then the 200 weighted moving average is next. That will be higher by then as well. So you can combine this with some horizontals. Now, where are the most important horizontals sitting? Yeah, that's around this 24 up till $25,000 level. Right, so okay, in the beginning of the video I said 20k, that was a little too low, but 24, 25, yeah, that's a possibility. And in my opinion, it's nothing to really be concerned about. It's nothing weird. I mean, in a matter of like 4 months, we had a pump from 15.5 to 31, right? Where was the big pullback in the first place? Well, now we finally starting to see a little pullback. We had already a pullback from this pump right here. We went, how much lower was it? Let me take a look. 22%, right? That was after this run. But then we got this run right here. Now we are down so far 10%, right? So, you know, could we see around 20% again? Well, that could take us to that $24,000, $25,000 level. So it's actually possible that that happens. And let's see if I put a Fibonacci tool over it. Then the golden zone, that's the most important zone if we take it from the complete bottom to the top. So this is a long time frame though, but that's sitting between 23 and 21.6, give or take. That's this area right here, and you see that we have a lot of stuff going on right here. So yeah, it's pretty doable. And the 0.382 I will keep an eye on, that's 25. So yeah, basically my first target is just to see if the 100 weighted moving average holds, and that's 26.5. Now, that's what Bitcoin is doing. Great. What up with altcoins? Well, with altcoins, I'm a little more concerned right now. I made these videos about it, and when it comes to altcoins, I was saying like, okay, we are in this downward trend. We finally broke out. Let's see if we can do a perfect retest, come back up. If not, and we fall back in, then I think we will go a lot lower. That's exactly what happened in 2018, right? We were in the same falling wedge. We broke out. We hold it even a week above it, but still after that, we came back down and we made a new low. Not only that, we made a way lower low. This was completely wrecking altcoins, and even like 1.5 years later, give or take, we made another lower low, right? And only then altcoins started to go up. Now, if I look at this chart right now, I've posted this in the Telegram group as well, so check it out. Link is down below. Be there to get these updates first. You'll see that we broke out, of course, but on the daily, we already fell back in. Now, this, of course, also could be a fake out to the downside, but I'm not gambling on that fact. So what I'm basically saying is I'm not buying altcoins right now, right? That was what I was saying in my last videos. Is like, yeah, you can buy right here because you think it's going to break out, but you can also wait for it to retest, and if it actually retests, then buy that retest. Right? Otherwise, you have the chance of getting rejected right there. And if you just wait for it to come back down here and don't wait for the actual retest, yeah, then you put yourself in a situation where we are right now, that we actually just break down, right, and fall back in it. Now, the thing is that we fell back in it, right? And even if I put it on the 4-hour, we fell back in it. We tried getting close to it, but got rejected again. So I won't be surprised if we will see altcoins bleed quite hard the coming days, to be honest, maybe even weeks. So therefore, I was posting these videos like, be patient, right? Be patient, because a lot of people were calling for an altcoin season right here. Everybody on YouTube, everybody on Twitter, alt season this, alt season that. Well, that alt season, where was it? And now already people got wrecked for 7%, which is including stable, so more than 10% on the actual altcoins. While this move has, worst case scenario, this just started, basically. So I'm not really doing anything. On the daily time frame, by the way, if you look at the same moving averages, you see that we broke the bull market support band. We broke the 50 weighted moving average. We already broke the 100 weighted moving average. And yeah, the next one is sitting a lot lower, the 200. And that's another 4% move down. Doesn't sound like a lot. But that's around 6% on your altcoins in general. So the lower caps will go maybe 10, 15%. Some won't really bleed a lot. But 4% plus 4% plus 4%, that's the thing, right? That's what this market does. It looks like every small candle right here is not that interesting, but overall, if you count these candles from the bottom, from the top to the bottom, you get a way higher number, and that way you are getting wrecked even more because you don't feel like you're getting wrecked. But at the end of the day, if you compare your portfolio to what it was in the beginning, you'll notice that it's really a lot lower. You know, these death by 1,000 cuts is horrible. So I am not really buying right now. I can take a look at some specific altcoins as well. Let's do that. But yeah, I'm pretty careful right now. I'm not really doing anything. If you look at the total market, it is. Let me zoom in on this. Yeah, it depends a little bit on how I have drawn this. Okay, because you could say like, oh, we're sitting at support right now, but if I drawn it from here, which is also quite accurate, then you can say that we just broke it, right? So that's that time that you feel like it's the one or the other. That's quite hard to say sometimes. But also the total crypto market on the daily day, it also broke the 50 weighted moving average, and the next one is coming in a lot lower, by the way, and the one after that is coming in a lot lower. If you look where we are right now, 4% for the first target and 12% for the second target, right? And that would line up, give or take, with this diagonal. So yeah, guys, this is the part where you want to be careful and want to be patient, because you see the market being red, but it's not that red, right? We know about crypto. Things could be way worse, right? Way worse. If you buy every 3% dip, yeah, then buying the dip is done pretty fast for you, because you ran out of money, and then when the real dip comes, you don't have any anymore. So yeah, let's now take a look at some specific altcoins, but please keep in mind the total 3 is basically reflecting all of it, okay? The only positive thing right here is that if I put it on the weekly, you can see that we are holding support at the bull market support band right now. So on the weekly, the total 3 is still looking bullish until it breaks to the downside. So on the longer time frame, I feel like, yeah, okay, maybe it's not that bad though. The RSI is well, high. Yeah, we're still making high highs though, but we are well on our way to make a lower low over there. So yeah, some altcoins, CDFI, Bleedify. It's also not looking good. Look, this is exactly what I mean. You hold, well, this is only 4 hour, but it's a good example. You hold support on the 50 weighted moving average, go up, you hold support. Once you break it, you go to the 100, you hold it a little bit right there. We tried to reclaim, didn't work, and went all the way down back to the 200. Right now, my target for CDFI, I've sold some at 140, and my personal target was buying it back at 125. So yeah, if I have to follow up on my target, I would set a buy order right now for CDFI, and maybe I should a little bit, but I don't know. The market just doesn't look so good in general, so I'm thinking about it. But as long as CDFI is holding above, well, 125, I mean, that's where the big resistance was, right? This is now our first test as support. We could break it right away, but the chances that we break it right away are quite small. Of course, usually you test it as support and you can go back up. And you know, maybe this is our new range right now. Like we had the range between $1 and 125. Maybe now 125 and 150 is our new range. Could be possible, definitely. Delysium, let me take a look. Just came out, so not really much to say about it. I don't know, man. The thing with Delysium is that there's a big token vesting, of course, right? It's definitely worth it to buy a node right now still, especially with this price. You have your money back within half a year, and then the rest of the 6.5 years you make purely profit, let alone if we go in a bull market and this coin goes towards the dollar or something like that. So if you have a node or want to get a node, I feel like, yeah, beautiful idea. If you want, there's a link down below. You get these tokens daily. If you want to buy it on the open market, I don't know, man. See how it plays out. I mean, it's now stabilizing a little bit, but yeah, we could have said the same thing over here, and maybe a little bit over here. But yeah, this is the moment where the crypto market is turning a little bit more short-term bearish. So of course, these altcoins do as well. Let's take a look. Altera. Still holding up pretty decent, I must say. Didn't fall that much, and looking to hold support here as well. If we break that, then I can see Altera going towards 3 cents. I must say that I'm getting more and more interested in Immutable X. I was never holding the token, but I really love the project, but it ran so hard. So I feel like, man, I don't know if I should buy this, though, because it's so far from its bottom. But yeah, maybe we won't see that bottom anymore. So I'm thinking about getting that as well. We got Volker Forge. It was running a little bit, but came just back down. So yeah, whatever. Volker Forge also looking a little dangerous because, yeah, look at this. We broke the 50 and the 100 weighted moving average, and we are now holding support at the 200. Yeah, if we lose that, then I can see us go a lot lower, to be honest, because there is not much, and the bottom side of the range is 260. Yeah, I mean, look, if the total 3 does something like this, that won't mean that Volker Forge is going to 260. That would mean that Volker Forge is probably going towards $2, maybe even lower. I'm not saying it will. So therefore, I feel like dollar costing is the best strategy. But yeah, if you look at this overall range for Volker Forge, which is between 260 and $5, yeah, we're now sitting at 350. We're sitting perfectly in the middle. Right? So if you feel like I want to go all in, yeah, well, I won't do that anyway, but that's not the best place. But if you feel like I want to dollar cost into it, yeah, if you dollar cost this complete range, you will be fine, in my opinion. So yeah, man. Is there anything else that we should take a look at? I'm mainly discussing gaming coins. I don't know if there are people interested in Cardano. It's holding up quite well, to be honest. Cardano is really finally doing something, right? It fell like crazy hard. So yeah, I don't know. It's not really interesting to me. AVAX. I feel like AVAX could hold up right here at $18. It's a strong point for AVAX, definitely. I think Cake is getting more interesting. Price-wise and utility-wise with their Pancake Swap version 3. For the Hex people, yeah, too bad. No, I don't discuss this coin because I like the coin myself, but I know a lot of other people do, so maybe worth discussing anyway. The thing with Hex is it's very volatile, of course, right? It doesn't have much liquidity, and therefore you see these insane price movements. It was one of the hardest crashers in this complete bear market, so it could have wrecked you a lot. It also had the biggest bounce, but from that biggest bounce, it also already came down 60%, which is quite a lot, right? While if you, for example, take a look at Bitcoin from the highest point, it just came down 9%. So That's kind of what I mean. In a bull market, these plays are pretty interesting. Maybe in a bear market, definitely not. And whatever this market is, it's super risky, at least, right? If you have your timing right, then you can make a lot of money. But if you have your timing wrong, you can lose a lot of money. So even if you are interested in these plays, either you have to be very lucky, or you really have to understand the market and really recharge right. Or you must not give a shit and just hold for the long term. Fine with me. But if you want to play this, then yeah, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here today. Like I said, I'll be away for the weekend, so I have some cool pre-recorded videos where I'm gonna show you a lot of interesting things. For now, thanks for watching. Please like the video, would help me a lot, would really appreciate it. So yeah, you know, where's the button? Yeah, timing is always fucked. Have a nice